As goes Wisconsin, so goes Ohio, so goes Indiana. Tomorrow, protests are expected in Columbus, Ohio, against anti-union proposals from the Republican governor there, John Kasich. In Indiana, Republicans in the state legislature today also moved their anti-union bill ahead. And the resulting protests in Indianapolis looked, frankly, a lot like what the protests in Madison looked like this time last week, before they grew to something approaching 70,000 people over the weekend. Republicans think they've got a good thing going with this union stripping thing they're trying to do across the country. Democrats may be starting to realize they've got a good thing going by sticking up for themselves against it. Joining us now, live from Madison, Wisconsin, is Congresswoman Tammy Baldwin, whose congressional district includes Madison and the surrounding area. Representative Baldwin, thanks for being out there in the cold and making time for us tonight. Really appreciate it.
Well, thank you for covering this important story. We're really glad. And we have a great crowd here.
I can tell that you are among friends. Absolutely.
Breaking out, democracy is breaking out. It's wonderful.
What do you see as the stakes here? Why have you been out at the state capitol this weekend and today?
Well, you know, Wisconsin has a proud decades-long tradition of supporting workers' rights, supporting civil rights, and being a leader and a first in this country. And in the first 6 weeks of Scott Walker's governorship, he is proposing to erase all of that 6 decades of progress. And we've drawn a line in the sand. This is about workers' rights. As you've explained so carefully, it's not about balancing the budget. This is about fundamental human rights. And people want to be heard. You're seeing democracy break out all over. People want a voice in this debate and not see this bill ram through.
The Republican strategy seems to be to not budge an inch, not negotiate, to wait it out. Do you have confidence, being out there talking with your constituents, that the protesters will have the stamina to keep the pressure on if this goes on for a while?
You know, I've been talking to protesters on, and people have resolve. People have really committed themselves to this battle because they recognize that this is now something that the whole nation, in fact, the whole world is watching. And people, my colleagues all last week kept coming up to me saying, look, you have to succeed in Wisconsin because if you don't, my state will be next.
Unions are broken by Republicans in Wisconsin. Do you think there is a national effect of that? In the sense that I recognize that people think that their next state is next, but do you think there is a partisan motivation here? It is Republicans who are pushing these things in so many states, and it is Democrats who are pushing back.
It is This is absolutely about union busting in politics, and I think if we don't succeed here in Wisconsin, there is trouble that's going to happen elsewhere. And as you just noted, this effort is combined with the voter ID law, and perhaps our same-day registration on Election Day might be put in jeopardy also. This is about politics, but we've drawn the line in the sand here in Wisconsin. We're going to keep on going, and democracy is breaking out.
Congresswoman Tammy Baldwin, Democrat of Wisconsin, whose district includes Madison. I can tell that you are going to have a very good night tonight among your constituents there. Thank you for your time tonight, ma'am. Appreciate it.
Thank you, Rachel.
I should mention, happy people there. I should mention that this weekend, the law enforcement agencies who are keeping everybody safe at the state capitol out in Madison, they put out a statement on Saturday, on that day when there was 68,000 people there, thanking the demonstrators, saying there had been no arrests and no serious incidents. They said, you conducted yourselves with great decorum and civility, and if the eyes of the nation were upon Wisconsin, then you have shown how democracy can flourish even amongst those who passionately disagree. A thank you letter from law enforcement. So we've got a giant soul of our politics fight going on in the American Midwest right now, which is what we put at the top of the show tonight. Hard call, though, because in the Mideast, they are not just having a soul of our politics fight. In the Mideast, they are having a literal fight for who controls the country. Things took an ugly turn and then a dramatic turn and then a really, really, really weird turn in Libya tonight, where it looks like the government may be toppling. That is up next.